what's up everybody out there in Learning Land? Tyler from 10thumbspro.com coming at you with another ukulele tutorial like we do every single Wednesday and Saturday. If you like this kind of content, make sure you hit subscribe, ring the bell so you never miss a lesson, and hit that like button. It really does help us, okay? Today we're learning Cissy Strut by the Meters. This song revolves around just two riffs that we're going to teach you. Now, to get the riff in the original key, you need a low G. So what we're going to do is teach it in the original key for the low Gs for my OGs. And we're also going to teach it in a key that is friendly for your high G. So no matter what ukulele you have, you're going to be able to follow along. Printable tabs for this tutorial by becoming a Patreon. You'll see links up in the notes. You will also see links in the description, including my email if you're interested in some Skype lessons one-on-one. And then we are going to look at the scale that you would need to improvise, because this song is also a lot of fun to jam out your own solos to. So why don't you go ahead and grab your ukulele, low G or high G, whatever, brain and attention span. Once you have those 3 or even 4 things, you can do both. Why don't you go ahead, follow me on in, and let's break this lesson down together. Come on in, let's do it. All right, so let's go ahead and break it down. First, riff 1 on the low G, then riff 1 on the high G, riff 2 on the low G, riff 2 on the high G. Use the timestamps pinned in the first comment to find exactly the piece that is for you. Okay, so let me play riff 1. It sounds like this, and then we'll break it down. Okay, so we start off and we pull the 3rd to the 1st. I'm on the A string, 3 to 1. And then I drop down and grab the 3rd fret of the E string right after. Now you're gonna notice these 16th notes right after that. 1, E, and I'm taking my ring finger that I'm playing the 3rd fret of the E and then rolling over and grabbing the 3rd fret of the C string. After that, I'm giving it what's called a blues curl, which is a quarter bend. I'm not bending it all the way up a note. I'm bending it between the E flat and the E, somewhere out of tune, a micro bend, a microtone, and then open C, which is the root note because we are playing the C minor pentatonic. That's the first piece of the riff. The second piece of the riff goes. So this is why we need the low G. You hammer open G to the 2nd fret. Then you play the open C string. And then you pause the 16th note back to the 2nd fret of the low G, back to the open C. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. 3 E and a 4 E and 1. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. And then we go B flat, but we're not going to get our ring finger down. We're just going to play this shape, which is the 2nd fret of the C, 1st fret, 1st fret. And you're going to go down, up. Then you get your index finger on the 1st fret of the E and you go up, up. So that comes from the F, but I'm really trying to only play these 3 strings. And you'll notice after I go up, I use these to dampen the strings before I do the next up. So I go down, up, 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 down, up, up, up. So we put all that together and we get. And that is riff 1 on the low G. Okay, riff 1 on the high G. So here we go. Magic trick. Just change the ukulele. We are now changing the key as well from the key of C to the key of F. We're going to start off 16th notes. And we're going to pull 8th fret to the 6th fret. Then go down and get your ring finger on the 8th fret of the E string. That pull off happens on the A string. So A, 8 pull 6. Oops. Then get the 8th fret with your ring finger. But look how I'm playing it. I'm not playing it like this. I'm smashing it because I'm going to roll over with my finger to grab the 8th fret of the C string right after that. And what I'm doing once I get there is I'm giving it a blues curl, which is a micro bend, a quarter tone curl. I'm going to put a link up here on the blues curl if you want to go ahead and check it out. Get a little more in-depth information on these cool quarter tone bends. And then to the F note here. So we've run through the octave of the F minor pentatonic. And we resolve on the 5th fret of the C string. The next piece of the riff, the piece that we couldn't play on the high G, while we have it on this in this key on the low G, the part that we couldn't play on the high G, that's why we arranged it this way on the high G. You hammer on open C string to the 2nd fret. Then your pinky will grab the 5th fret, back to the 2nd fret, back to the 5th fret. And there's a little 16th note pause in there. It's like 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. So there's a pause on the and in this one. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. I counted that horribly. 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. So just know after you get your pinky down, you have a little 16th note pause. And then we got the chords. The chords go. Seven on the C fret, 7 on the C, 6, 6 with your index, up, 5, 6, 5. E flat to a B flat. You could use the whole chord if it's easier. It's quite a bit easier actually. But so I'm doing the down up on the E flat, then up on the B flat. I release the pressure to kill the sound, and then I go up again. Okay, so we put all that together and we get and that is riff number 1. Okay, so we're going to jump into riff number 2 with the low G. So the second riff we could actually play on either ukulele, but because we have to transpose the other riff, we also need to transpose this riff. So this would be the low version in the key of C, the original key, and it would sound like this. So we start off 3rd fret of the high A, then we go down to the 3rd fret of the E, back up to 3, 1st fret, a 16th pause, 3, a 16th pause, and 1. So 3, 3, 3, 1, 3, 1. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E. The second half of the riff starts off very similar. 3, 3, so 3 on the A, 3 on the E, 3, 1, 3, O. So the first 4 notes are the same. But then we drop back to the E string, 3rd fret. Then we play the open C string. One E and a 2 E and a 3, 4. So we put them together, we get okay. So that is, let's put together both of the low G riffs from the top. Okay, so we put both of those together and we get I think I missed a note on the second measure of riff B. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go ahead and learn the last bit for the high G. Okay, so here we go. This one is going to be 8th fret on the A on the E, 8, 6, 8, 6. 8, 8, 8, 6, 8, 6. Then the second half goes 8, 6, 8, 6. Then this time 8 on the E string, all the way to 5 on the C string. So you get 8, down a string, 8, up a string, 8, 6, back to the E, 8, and then 5. So you put those two together and you get okay, so we put all that together and we get from the top. All right, and that's the whole B riff. So what we're going to do now is we're going to play the first riff and the second riff. We'll play riff A 2 times and B 2 times. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and that is how you would play Cissy Strut on the high G. You would improvise with C minor, and so the shapes, you have shape number 1 right here, which is right where the riff comes from, right? 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 0. So it's fun to see how they use that shape to create the riff. That should inspire you a little bit. And that's shape 5. So you get, well, I guess because we're on this one, we can actually get the whole thing. So it's 03, 03, 13, 13. And shape 5 goes into shape number 1, which is 3, 5, 3, 5, 3, 6, 3, 6. Shape 2. 5, 8, 5, 7, 6, 8, 6, 8. Okay, the next shape is shape number 3, and this is the shape that I use the least, to be totally honest, and I should work on it the more because I think it has some really cool, interesting things to offer. It's going to be the, up here on the 8th fret, 8 to 10. Then you're going to go down and grab the 7th fret up to the 10th fret. Root note right here on the 8th fret up to the 11. And then you're going to come down here and grab 8. And then you're going to grab the 10th fret. 10, 8, 11, 8, 10, 7, 10, 8. Where I use that one most is but that's really starting to get into shape 4, and shape 4 up here is going to be, so we're going to start off and we're going to play the 10th fret. We're going to go 10 to 12. We're going to drop down and go 10 to 12. And then we're going to go 11 up here to 1. And then we're going to drop down and go 10 to 1. So that last one would be 10, 12, 10, 12, 11, 13, 10, 13. And that would be shape 4. And that's about all you're going to be able to get out of the C minor. Getting back up here to shape number 5 again, just gets a little cramped, but it would be the same as shape number 5 up here. Okay, so the last thing would be the F minor pentatonic. How you would jam on this: shape 3, shape 4, 5, and 1 would be the shapes I would use. Shape number 4 is 3, 5, 4, 6, 3, 6. We go from there to shape 5, which would be 5, our root note. Good to know where your F's are. Up to 8. Then you're going to get 6, 8, 6, 8. Shape 1. We also have a root note up here on the 8th fret of the A string. And this one would be from the C string, 8, 10, 8, 11, 8, 11. And those are the 3 shapes I would use to solo in the F key. All right, and there you have it. Cissy Strut on the ukulele, 2 different keys for 2 different styles of ook. Until next time, rock and roll. I hope you dig it. Thanks for watching. Cool, everyone. Thank you so much for watching to the very end of the lesson here at 10thumbspro.com. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for learning with us, and we will catch you next Wednesday or next Saturday for our next lesson. Again, think about becoming a Patreon. It really does accelerate your learning, and it starts cheaper than a cheap cheeseburger. If you made it this far, it's because you liked the lesson. Hit that like button. It really does help. And until next time, rock and roll, friends. Love, peace, and chicken grease. It's all good. Take care of yourselves.